a.k.a. Sports. It's in the game.
Somebody pop on deck, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I with a crown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate,
Black
hold
Panther.
up. Stay down with no faking, go up to I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Orlando Magic. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Harden to Irving. Gets it in the left corner. Griffin, down low to Jordan. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Foul line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the... First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because but Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Kyrie with the rock. To Durant. For three, his first effort off the mark. Aaron Gordon against KD. Yes, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Durant to Irving. Durant. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The drive, right to the basket. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Gordon. Brooklyn secures the rebound. To Irving. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Harden. Message received. Well defended. Kevin Durant sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Harden to Durant. And finishes strong.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the player, pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gordon to Vucevic. Doesn't get the bounce.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Griffin goes to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant. 2 of 4 now. Kevin Durant. Dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Screen coming. Kevin Durant snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Nikola Vucevic. Huge block. Lays it up and in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Another follow. No good. Jonathan Isaac missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle and not landing.
Griffin, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Message, nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Coach of the Magic will use a timeout as he'll talk things over here in the first. Not done yet. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
KD with the rock. To Irving. Takes stock of the floor. Able to convert inside.
4-2.
Runner's good there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Irving into the front court. 14-10 the score. Griffin to Irving. Griffin. That pass stolen by Orlando. Gilgeous-Alexander to Gordon. 4-3. Can't give Aaron Gordon that look. He knocks it down for three.
Great shot by the offense. You can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
To Griffin. Kyrie Irving. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Isaac to Aaron Gordon. Short jumper off the mark. To Harden. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Jordan, deep left corner. To Jordan. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Missed the foul shot. Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
For the Brooklyn Nets, number 31, Jarrett Allen.
Jarrett Allen with the block. That's out. Last touch by Jarrett Allen. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 2, Torian Prince.
Screen coming left.
DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Kevin Durant has it. To Jordan. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Kevin Durant tips it. Jonathan Isaac against KD. DeAndre Jordan swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And the finish, slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander. Mo Bamba lays it in.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive.
Nets have the basketball. To Jordan. Rebound pulled in by the Magic. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dinwiddie. Goes to the left side. And strokes it.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Dinwiddie. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal as the Magic have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bet. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Durant to Hollis Jefferson. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Magic basketball. Baseline drive. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. Nets have it. Picked up. Here we go. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. To Dinwiddie. Got it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Hollis Jefferson. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Orlando ball. The screen sets him up for 2.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
That pass stolen by Orlando.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Mo Bamba at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Right back to you.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. They'll let one fly from half court. That's it for the first quarter with the Nets in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Magic have it. To Mo Bamba. Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Durant across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Off the assist.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Picked up by the Nets.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Dinwiddie from long range. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. He connects with the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. Curling inside, Durant. Fires the 3. Rebound claimed by Orlando. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Gets it in the left corner. Driving right to the basket. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And he drains it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Durant. Slam dunk for Hollis-Jefferson.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Gets to the basket and scores.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Durant to Griffin. Can't connect from in close. Nice pass to get things going.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Mo Bamba powers
Anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
to Griffin. And count the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Magic own the possession. Jared Allen pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Gordon. Aaron Gordon stuffs it down.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
Curling inside. Rebound taken in by the Nets. To Griffin. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence. Building.
Short jumper stays out. The follow won't go either. To Durant. Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest.
Shooter, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Durant to Jordan. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
DeAndre Jordan trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's struggled so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Gilgeous-Alexander, and a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
No good. Defense catching a break there. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Jordan. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. Nets have it. Griffin. To Jordan. Lets it fly from long range. That's not his range. It's no good. Over to the right side. They work it down to Gordon. And a throwdown.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Irving to Jordan. From the painted area, won't go down. Gordon.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 1.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip.
Good shot.
Irving with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The Nets have the rebound. Harden with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Durant. Irving to Jordan. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive right to the basket. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. Fourth this contest.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Count the basket inside.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Durant. Irving. Harden. Tough shot. Well defended. Kevin Durant. 3 for 6 now.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Now the Magic going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. of both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, Blake Griffin.
Kevin Durant snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Harden to Dinwiddie. Griffin to Dinwiddie.
In the second quarter.
Deep right corner.
Cut it, I got yours.
Griffin. Magic have it. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
That boy's living his best life.
It's James Harden once again. To Griffin. Fires the three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. Isaac, great pass to set it up. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Dinwiddie.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Griffin to Dinwiddie. Durant. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Ah, rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 35.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense.
Pick up, match up.
Nikola Vucevic, huge block. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 00, Aaron Gordon. And number 6.
James Harden, 2 of 4 now.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
3, Blake Griffin.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Gordon. The offense a little too quick on that one. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first half, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Magic have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Bench points.
The Orlando Magic are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Here's Orlando with the basketball. Here comes the screen. That is great vision.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Harden. Irving. Griffin. No good. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Vucevic. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. The right side. Jonathan Isaac buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
To Aaron Gordon. Knocked loose. Picked up by... Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Call it.
A simple touch foul.
To the break, Kyrie Irving. That's it.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Entering the game for Brooklyn, number Spencer Dinwiddie.
DeAndre Jordan with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Griffin to Jordan. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Until the end of today's game, and claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section 104.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Nets have it to Jordan. Durant. To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Jordan to Harden. Durant. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Isaac to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gordon to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's a chance from long range. Count the triple.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the pass for an easy catch and shoot.
And scores, plus the foul. DeAndre Jordan, another strong finish, going to the line for a chance at 3.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. Some bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
DeAndre Jordan trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Orlando has it. DeAndre Jordan tips it. Make that 7.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
The pass set it all up.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
And
it's a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Team foul number 2. Into the game for Orlando, number 5.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Gordon. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Aaron Gordon. Driving right to the basket. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Gordon. And throws it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. Griffin. Rebounded by Orlando. Knocked loose. Jonathan Isaac. Tough matchup against Durant. New blood coming in for both sides. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Harden to Griffin. Harden. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the... Get to the free throw line. See the ball go in the hole.
To Durant. Kevin Durant. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Shot from in close, no good. Knocked loose. High risk, high reward. It stays in their possession. Nice finish at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Jordan. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good.
Substitutions, Orlando.
And he makes them both. Harden to Jordan. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. It's Orlando's ball. Offensive board. The defense to Jordan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not done yet. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the line for 2 shots. He's been steady, 83% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Orlando Magic, number 5.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Dinwiddie. For 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Dinwiddie, shooting 3.
Knocks down the first. Second and 3. Got it. Three for 3. Nice.
It's me, I got it.
And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First one, count it.
Number 13, James Harden.
Able to convert on both free throws. It's in the hands of Harden to Jordan. Knock loose. Jordan. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Gilgeous-Alexander, deep left corner. Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Jordan. To Hollis Jefferson. Harden. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Mo Bamba. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Hollis Jefferson. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
You ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Rondé Hollis Jefferson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. And he knocks it down at the line. Magic basketball. Isaac to Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Try. Here we go. Double team. Double team.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Mo Bamba. Oh, defender pulling the chair. Harden to Hollis Jefferson. Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Screen coming. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 45.
Nets have the basketball. Harden. To Jordan. Throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Ah, you've got to get that one to go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. All Nets so far. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Runner here. Won't go down. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get enough to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Brooklyn's got it.
I got him. Here we go.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jared Allen trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen.
You see it.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Mo Bamba. Has a chance. Rebound taken by Hollis Jefferson.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Orlando ball. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Harden with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. He gets it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Gordon to Gilgeous-Alexander. Has a look. Not that time.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Cashes in for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Gilgeous-Alexander to Gordon. Trying to cash in. Gordon shot, no good. To Griffin. Count it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Magic have it. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Aaron Gordon. Fine to shoot. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Harden. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Short jumper won't fall. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Taurean Prince swats it, and he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Aaron Gordon's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. First one goes down.
Number 9, Nikola Vucevic.
Goes 2 for 2. To Durant. Griffin. That pass stolen by Orlando.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Durant. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So the Nets hold on to the possession. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 2, Taurean Prince.
Harden to Griffin from long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Gilgeous-Alexander to Gordon. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harden into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Griffin. Irving.
Double team. Here we go.
Knocked loose. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one.
Entering the game for Orlando, number 28.
Harden to Griffin. To Irving. Over to the right side. 24-second violation. Gilgeous-Alexander. Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Harden. Cruises inside for two.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Griffin. It was right there. Knocked loose. Nets have it. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Isaac to Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked up by the Nets. Kyrie Irving. He's now 4 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Knocked loose. Nets have it. It goes down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Irving. And look out. Big finish at the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Count the bucket for two.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
So the basketball being take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Kevin Durant. Stepping in.
Jared Allen rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Now 3 for 9. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
To Irving. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. To Aaron Gordon. Down to 5 on the 24.
2 minutes remaining.
The shot clock expires. Irving to Harden. Durant. No good. That's great defense. The follow won't go either. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Vucevic. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Brooklyn Nets.
Isaac to Vucevic. Oh, it's Harden to pull down the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Blake Griffin with a chance at a 4-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. You can count that one. 4-point play. Magic own the possession. Turns and slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. To Durant. Fires the three. He was 0 for 6 to start. Let's see if that three turns things around.
Well, there's this old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is why you've been practicing in the offseason so hard. You never let one miss deter you from taking the next.
Isaac to Gordon. Here comes the screen. Aaron Aaron Gordon stuffs it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
I'm in.
From the painted area, won't go down. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Magic couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Assists.
The Brooklyn Nets showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
DeAndre Jordan was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the remaining games. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.